What's up, everybody? Welcome to According to MJ. I am your gracious hostess. MJ, let me know if you can hear me okay. But tonight I want to talk about Dr. Umar Johnson. Oh my God, he's just been on one since he went on the Breakfast Club. You can't tell him anything. And he fired some shots at Kevin Samuels, the Godfather. So I definitely want to discuss that with you all this evening. I hope you had a great, productive day. Make sure you like the stream as you enter. So I'm going to play, it was a video. He did an Instagram live. He was basically talking about Kevin Samuels. He didn't say his name, but we know that's who he was talking about because once he started saying that women are being degraded, I was like, really, Dr. Umar? So we're going to get into that. We're going to watch that together and I want to get your thoughts on it. So let's see what's going on in chat. Just Chillin' says Big Funky don't degrade and put down women his damn self. Yeah. That's what I find so conflicting about Dr. Umar Johnson is because, on one hand, he says he knows the right things to say, but his actions and his history, kind of shows otherwise. So let's get started. I'm gonna play the video he did today as an Instagram live, and Kevin Samuels has been getting his ass handled to him left and right anyway today. This week rather, with the high school picture of him being released and whatever. But hey, he deserves whatever he gets. But let's get into this video with Dr. Umar. So bear with me one moment.
I don't know how they keep food in their body. I'm not here to knock anybody's hustle. I'm not here to knock anybody's hustle because I don't know how they feed their children. I've had people try to destroy my profession, my professional career as a certified school psychologist, my professional career as a clinician and a therapist. I've had people try to destroy that because they didn't agree with my political platform. I've had people try to destroy that. So I will never attack another Black man's ability to feed his family. Even with the gangster rappers, I will not attack their ability to feed their family. But I do want to say this to the Black women out there. I'm disappointed in a lot of my sisters. I am disappointed in a lot of Black women because I thought that our sisterhood was evolving to a place that would not tolerate I thought Black sisterhood was evolving to a place that would not tolerate slander and degradation of Black women on any level for any reason.
I'm gonna pause
I thought Blacks.
So we already see where he's going. Have you all watched this video? Did you all see this? Hey, Queen. What's up, girl? Good to see you. Oh my God, Just Chillin' says Black Twitter trying to get a versus going between Big Funky and Sweetum Scammies. That would be hilarious. Who would you be rooting for, Just Chillin'? Yeah, Umar, it's like, y'all remember the country stripper, right? I thought about her when he was talking about, and I'm going to continue to play the video, but I thought about her when he's talking about the women. And also, I don't know if y'all heard this footage. It was like an interview. I don't know where the interview originated from, but it's audio of a woman said that Umar Johnson made her suck his eggplant and that he was supposed to discuss her son, but she, gave him some, don't, and then they never got to discussing her son. So I'm gonna continue playing the video.
Sisters, that you guys were getting to a place, you sisters, you queens, my beautiful Black goddesses, I thought you all were evolving to a place where you would not approve of Eurocentric slander and degradation and debasement and undue attacks on your integrity as a Black woman. But I'm seeing Black women, out of their thirst for male validation, entertain some of these Negroes who have no history of organizing in the Black community. They have no history of fighting for our children. They have no activism resume at all. Why would you subject yourself to that level of insult? Why would you subject yourself to that level of degradation and undue criticism from a complete stranger? Because you're looking for male validation. That's why we need the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy. See, when this gym is fully restored, I'm going to offer some sisterhood circles. Dr. Umar is going to offer some sisterhood circles right inside of this gymnasium. I'm going to offer some sisterhood circles right inside this gymnasium where I'm going to speak positivity and strength to our Black women. I'm going to speak positivity. The sun has come out. Woo-hoo!
Now, I don't understand personally why women call Kevin Samuels, like looking at his high school photo, Kevin Samuels seemed so pleasant. He looked happy. It was nice to see him look happy because motherfucker always have a grimace on his dusty ass face. So it's nice to see him happy. But Umar is saying that we need a sister circle. I'm just kind of torn because I find Umar very entertaining. Like I can literally watch him talk and continue to be engaged in it. He doesn't bore me. However, his actions, again, the country stripper, how he treated that woman, the woman that said he made her give him dome, and he disrespected her. What about, it was another lady on YouTube, I think her name Della something, said she was intimate. I don't know all the story if that went bad, but let me see what you all saying in the chat room. Let me try to catch up here. Okay, Queen. So you said you saw Lovely T talking about it? Oh yeah, because Kevin Samuels was saying, I forgot what he said, but I forgot what he said exactly, but I know what you're talking about. He did take shots at Dr. Umar. Thank you, sis. It's good to be back. I just be really busy. I be wanting to get on here, but it's hard to kind of prioritize time, All right. So Just Chillin' says, okay, you rooting for whoever gonna make you laugh? Definitely. Umar would obliterate Kevin. Kevin could just go in on women. That's it. Okay, so that's good. So it's your first time watching this as well. Yeah, his imitation was kind of funny. Yeah, I think, and it's funny, people like Dr. Umar, they're always talking about the trauma of Black women. Let's talk about Black men's trauma, how they need to deal with their trauma, because it's a lot of men such as Kevin Samuels, Obsidian, let's call them out, Angry Man, so many men on this YouTube that project their pain, their mental illness. I mean, I could keep going. A lot of men on here mentally ill, but they always talk about women need to get healing for their childhood trauma. Okay. What's up, Goldie Jones channel? He said these two are examples of the reality for Black women. Just look at the more elevated types of men we have to choose. That's a word, sis, because Umar is always bragging about his degrees, certifications, but he says he's an alpha male, so he must have 2 wives, and any women dealing with him going to have to accept that. And he's rumored to not take care of his children. I don't know if that's true or not. Let's see. Sister circles up in a big funky moody squeeze silly just. Let's see. This is a battle of egos like no other can start. Yeah, they all come off narcissistic to me, both of them actually. Because to me, I know a lot of people, like I kid you all not, every day I have videos at like 7 months old I did of Kevin Samuels. I think it's called High Heel Wearing Nose Ring, something like that. I get comments on it every day. People find that video and they say, oh, they always taking up for him, saying he's telling the truth, but he is very rude to the women that call in. He's intentionally being rude. He's really trying to hurt their feelings. Let's not act like that's not what he's trying to do. He told that woman, you will die alone. You average at best. He was trying to hurt that woman's feelings. No one can tell me any differently. So let me catch up with you all. They are trying to get more marriage. Yep. And I noticed that now. Y'all see how Dr. Umar is now calling out people like Kevin Samuels. It was another big, who was the other big YouTuber he called out that has a big platform? Oh, Derek Jackson. He talked about Derek Jackson. Oh, yeah, that'd been funny. Well, Tariq does it best. I'm a descendant. Oh, God, Tariq does that the best. When he mocks Umar, that is classic. Let's see. Yes, traumatic, trying to get help from a traumatized man. They need to let us women help ourselves and each other on female things. I agree, Queen. Women need to love themselves first. A lot of these men, like Dr. A lot of these men not worth the drama they bring. He's an alpha male, but he's a deadbeat dad living up in that bando. Oh, he's living in FDMG now? Just chilling? He lives there? Wow. And I noticed, like, well, I only know black men romantically, but when they are six-figure dudes, they think they are like it's just ridiculous. You're right. When Tommy does keep going on and on about Kevin Samuels. I noticed this week I saw, what's her name? Cynthia G say that Kevin Samuels copied off her. Tommy's been saying Kevin Samuels copied off him. And I know I don't know if he's copied off Tommy per se, but I know like Alan Roger Curry had called out Kevin Samuels not too long ago. A lot of other content creators. I think Kevin's just, looking at other content creators, trying to bite off them and see the formula, what works for them. Yeah, I just think, black women do have a lot of trauma that they're dealing with. Cause I just understand calling into a motherfucker show so he can tell you that you average at best, you die alone. He, like the video I get comments on every day is the video where the young lady worked for her father's business. He called her a loser for working for her father's business. And she has like a STEM degree. How's she a loser? That literally made no sense. Oh, he was living there before the Lord Jamar interview. He looked so bad in that interview, yo. That was a disaster. Hey, virtuous woman, good to see you here. So I'm going to continue playing the video, and then I'll put the link shortly if you all want to come up and discuss this.
Woo! Mama Oshun is here, baby. Mama Oshun is here. Orumila is here. Look at the sun. It just rained cats and dogs, and now look. The sun is shining on the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. The sun is shining. When we have our cookout, we're going to put a bunch of benches and tables out here for the cookout. We're going to have a lot of benches and tables right here in the Anna Douglas Amy Garvey Park. We're going to have a lot of benches out here in the Anna Douglas and Amy Garvey Park, brothers and sisters. But I'm going to have a lot of, this is your campus. Thank you for helping me buy this for our children. This is going to be the center of Black organizing in North America as soon as the renovations are done. But we're going to have some sisterhood circles. Dr. Umar is going to host some sisterhood circles where I can speak power and strength into Black women. I'm going to speak power and strength. This is the Frederick Douglass High School you're looking at. I'm going to speak power and strength into our beautiful African sisters. That's right. I'm going to build you up. And what makes it so bad about these so-called life coaches, some of them actually regurgitate a lot of Dr. Umar talking points. People send me clips. People send me clips of some of these YouTubian opportunist so-called life coaches, and I'm seeing some of them quote me verbatim without giving credit to their source.
Uh-oh.
And some of them claim to not even like me. So why are you quoting my material and not referencing me? You obviously watch me.
Y'all, I think he's trying to say that Kevin Samuels is copying him as well. Man, Kevin Samuels got a lot of people saying that you are copying them. So let me see what y'all talking about quickly. Every time I see Umar, y'all know that song Lennon Honor has FMG is coming. I be thinking about this song. That song's so funny. Oh, okay. Oh, he lives there. Well, it is warm now. Oh no, sorry for your loss, just chilling. Yeah, it seems like with Kevin, women cannot win because how is working for your father make you a loser? That literally makes no sense whatsoever. That makes no sense. And she has a STEM. It was some computer science, something like that. A degree program. You know, if she's gonna have a career, like she could live anywhere in this country and she'll be fine. Right, he keep talking about these renovations and his HVAC. I know Max V always asking where's the HVAC. So, Umar, I just don't know this brother. So, I think he does own it, right? Oh, you talking about Dusty Dunn? Just chilling? Right, BW. You make a good point. Is it copying or is everyone just saying the same old ish? Right. Dr. Umar act like he's saying something so profound. Hashtag no rhythm tune day. Y'all see those jeans people be clowning Umar for wearing? I be hollering. Yeah, sorry about that. Just chilling. Dr. Umar's like a mad scientist. Yeah. Okay, so let's continue watching, see where he's going with this. Oh, let's see. And I thank y'all for joining me this evening.
You obviously watch me because too much of my material is coming out of your mouth. It's a whole group. There's at least 12. I think I've counted 12 different YouTubian beta male wannabe life coaches that are out there slandering black women, attacking black women, degrading black women. I count about a dozen. I'm going to call them the dirty dozen of division.
Who do y'all think he's
the triple
about?
D, the dirty dozen of division. There's about 12 members of the dirty dozen of division, 12 beta males, YouTube life coaches who are trying to build a platform by making black women feel bad. I don't like it. I can't appreciate black men trying to make a dollar off of making black women feel bad. And unfortunately, our black women, some of them are so thirsty for validation that they're participating in the attacks and slander against the black female community, and that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. No black woman should ever subject herself, even for amusement, even for amusement, even for amusement. The black woman should never subject herself to another man's condemnation. And what makes the
I'm gonna pause for a moment. He does make a valid point there. Like, why are these women calling in just to be condemned and put down? And just chilling, or y'all, any of y'all kind of follow this Umar sector? That big lady that was going after Lennon, I think her name Claudia. They said she was on Kevin Samuels. I want to review that with you all. Because I haven't seen it yet, but they said Claudia called in to Kevin Samuels' show, so I know that should be interesting. But she know he was gonna drag her. Yeah, that house. When Umar showed that house, he said, "My thing is," I hollered. Did y'all see when young Pharaoh was roasting him about that house? Listen, if you ever just want to laugh, seeing young Pharaoh roast Dr. Umar on his house is classic. Young Pharaoh is hilarious. Yes, my thing is that is classic. That house, that house, that just show like how disordered his mind is. and live in Clutterland. That says a lot about him emotionally. It wasn't a good look, doctor. It's too many people. Yeah, it's a lot of people in the Umar world. A lot of them just stay away from. A lot of them you really need to stay away from. Umar sector has gotten so toxic. I like just watching this channel pretty much because those fools have just, they more like the beef sector now, honestly. Yeah, Dr. Umar has his own sector. Isn't that something? Dr. Umar has his own sector. And that shot camera, I'm scared of him, y'all. Leave him alone. Yeah, when that camera flipped, my mom showing whoever said, let me flip this camera because the people need to see how you living, brother. Whatever spirit entity flipped that camera and showed us that house. Said, oh, wow. That's tough. That's tough just chilling. I know young Pharaoh has multiple channels. So I think the main one was the one that was taken down. I don't know if all of his channels were removed, but if you just search Young Pharaoh, Dr. Umar, you'll see it. That is classic. It's classic. Yeah, the way he's living, and he always, like I said, Dr. Umar, he's an interesting character because when you listen to him talk, if you didn't know his background, you were like, this guy is awesome. Like I first saw him on Hidden Colors. I'm like, God, this guy is pretty cool. He's intelligent. But then like the conscious stripper, and I remember he was taking shots at Tariq, and then Tariq roasted him. Then the conscious stripper, and then all these YouTube characters going at him. And so I don't know. Even with the school, I'm kind of torn because I don't know if we could really call it a scam. I'm torn. Oh yeah, call him Big Funky. But them jeans, well, he at that St. Paul College, and them jeans, baby, them jeans look bad. Okay, it's still going. That's funny when Young Pharaoh had went off. I mean, it's not funny his channel gone, but yeah, why? Okay, just chill. Okay, let me continue the video. See what Dr. Umar going with this.
Condemnation so ridiculous for me. It's mostly superficial. Most of the assessment is superficial, brothers and sisters. It's superficial. You weigh too much. You don't have the right body type. You don't have enough education. You don't make enough money.
I'm sorry, I need to speak on that for a moment. I thought that was interesting that he said that because you know how when I would listen to Kevin Samuels, he says women, if you're under a certain age, you need to be a size 6. And I remember like when I was in high school, I was 130 pounds. I'm 5'8", 130 pounds. And I wore like, used to love those Levi's jeans. I wore like a junior's 11. I've never been a size 6. I have big hips. I know a lot of sisters can relate to that. You know, sisters, we pretty much shapely. I mean, we come in all shapes and sizes, but for like Kevin Samuels to tell us what dress size we need to wear, like the audacity. The audacity, that's right, just chilling. What do you weigh, Mom? How much do you weigh?
This is European standards. This isn't African. That's not who we are. And black women are subjecting themselves for this because they want a black man so bad to publicly validate them. They're taking a chance at being totally humiliated because they're so thirsty to have a black man publicly validate them. That's why you're doing this, black woman. See, I want you to understand and overstand the same reason you go on these YouTubian beta male so-called life coaching platforms. The same reason you go on these YouTubian beta male so-called life coaching platforms is the same reason you stay in abusive relationships. It's the same reason black women stay in abusive relationships. It's the same reason black women stay. Why do black women stay in a relationship where she's being exploited sexually, emotionally, or financially? Why doesn't the black woman leave? Talk to me, black women. We're talking about the unconscious psychology of abuse of our sisters. We're talking about the unconscious psychology of why black women would rather stay. Because a lot of black women feel that if a man does not validate me, I'm not good enough as a woman. And some of our sisters' self-esteem are so low that they will stay with any man just to feel like a woman. That's where this comes from, black woman. That's why I'm working on my sisters only relationships and dating book right now. That's why I'm working on my for sisters only relationships and dating book right now. Because
let's talk about that, because he's basically saying that black women stay in toxic, abusive relationships because they just want to be validated by a man, and he's supposed to be a psychologist. That's not why women stay in abusive relationships. That's because of trauma. You'd think he would know this. So that's crazy that he would say something like that. And I don't, like I said, I personally don't understand why women calling to Kevin Samuels to be put down. Like, is it if they call Kevin Samuels, they automatically get a man? I really don't get this. Like, what can he do for their life? Like, literally, what can he do? I don't understand it. Right. Let's not forget about how he did the conscious stripper. We saw those text messages, how he treated her. Come on now. I mean, I know everyone has a past and none of us are perfect, but I feel like you do have to judge people by their fruit, because Umar has a very destructive past. He really does. Yeah, YouTubians. I want to know who's the 12 YouTubians he calling out. I imagine we know Kevin Samuels is one. I'm assuming he's talking about Tommy Sotomayor, but I don't know who else he could be talking about. Maybe Minister Jab. I want to see familiar with him. He is that's a super duper incel right there.
I want you sisters to understand what makes you get on YouTube and let a man destroy you like that. What makes you get on YouTube and reveal your private business to an absolute stranger? What makes you get into a relationship and let a man walk all over you? This is that fatherlessness. This is that fatherless little girl inside of you that cries out for validation by any means necessary. This is the abused little girl inside of you whose father wasn't there to pour love and pour strength and pour.
Thank you, Queen. Thank you. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's a lot. You got to stay encouraged, definitely. I definitely appreciate your support. Yeah, I want to know who all he's talking about. I try to stay away from
pour abundance into your soul, and now you're running around looking for validation, and you will let the most unqualified and uncertified. You will let the most unqualified and uncertified. You will let the most unqualified and uncertified YouTubian beta male tear you apart in front of your peers.
Right, K-Business.
Because you just hoping.
Thanks for joining K-Business podcast.
That this one time you will get publicly validated. And you think that if you get publicly validated, if you think that you get publicly validated, you might feel better about yourself. And I'm here to tell you that the mind loves to play tricks on you. Your mind loves to play tricks on you. That's right. Your mind wants you to think that if you can get one of these YouTubian beta males to validate you publicly, your self-esteem will go up, but it won't. These are the games the unconscious plays on your mind, black woman. These are the games that your unconscious plays on your mind, black woman. Don't let your mind play games on you. Don't let that little girl inside of you who was victimized as a child. Don't let that little girl inside of you that was victimized by your first husband. Don't let that little girl inside of you that was sexually assaulted or physically assaulted by her mother's boyfriend. Don't let the pain of that little girl. Don't let the pain of your inner child, black woman, don't let the inner child run your life. See, black woman, I want you to understand something. When you read For Sisters Only book, you're going to learn about that little girl that every black woman got's living inside of her. And that little girl is scarred and hurt all of what you've been through as a little girl, all the sexual molestations you've been through as a little girl, the sexual abuse and exploitations you've been through as a little girl, the relationships you've been in that did not turn out right. That little girl in you is trying to heal.
Okay, I'm going to pause that. I put the link in the chat if anyone wants to come up and discuss what we've seen thus far. And K Business Podcast makes a good point. He has collected millions of dollars from Black women and men to build a school for 7 years. Yeah, and then he said women have autistic personality disorder. He said the little girls have rotten cookies. He said a lot of things. I mean, it's kind of him calling out Kevin is kind of like, yeah, okay, we haven't forgot. I caught one of your streams, some of it on VW. I saw Beasley. I got scared. Beasley on there. Was it Big Funky crying about Black women only wanting? What's that? Swag. What's that? Yeah, these men always crying about something. It's just like women can't win.
But she doesn't know how to heal, so she's motivating you to get involved in dysfunctional relationships and dysfunctional situations to get your unmet needs met. That's right. When you find yourself going on these YouTube platforms to let uncredentialed, uncertified people, when you go on these YouTube platforms to let uncredentialed strangers evaluate you, that's the little girl in you. That's the little girl in you crying out for validation. And I'm telling you, sister, if your father is still alive, if your father figure is still alive, if your uncle or grandfather is still alive, if you have a pastor who ain't trying to get in your panties, if you have a pastor who ain't trying to get in your panties, you can have a conversation with a man who doesn't have a sexual interest in you. You can have a conversation with a man who doesn't have a sexual interest in you to help get those unmet needs. See, every woman in the world, but we're talking about our queens. Every woman in the world, but we're talking about our queens. Every woman in the world needs a man who loves her without any interest of sexual intercourse. Listen to me well, Black woman. In order for you to be healthy, you have to have a man you can go to and get emotional healing and support. And that man is so secure in his manhood and so in control of his hormones and his root chakra. See, Black men, we got to get our root chakras under control. The Black man has to get his root chakra. Black men, the reason why some of us are so hypersexual.
Okay, let's see what you're saying. K Business. You said, I actually like Umar, but he has no room to talk. Yeah, I do remember how he insulted the stripper. He really went off on her. He was very rude to her. Yeah, he was really nasty to her. He really was. And K Business, did you see this? It's a video. Like I said, I don't know where the interview came from, but it's a woman saying that she says her literal words of Dr. Umar made her suck his D, and that they were supposed to discuss son's school, some school issues, and he told her he didn't want to talk about it after she sucked his D. He went on about his business. What's up? Hello, what's on your mind?
Well, one thing I can say is this is hypocrisy at its worst, yo.
It really is.
But yeah, I'll go ahead.
Oh, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, but because like I said, if you ask me, this shit is funny as hell. Knowing the situation.
Right. That's why I personally feel conflicted, because I'm kind of like K Business. Like, I like Umar, however, I guess for entertainment value, but looking at how he did Conscious Stripper, looking at the lady, that if that's true, because I can't find where that audio came from. So it's like, where did this lady come from saying that he made her suck his D? And he said little girls have rotten cookies, thoughtish personality disorder. These things. Have two wives. Alpha male has to have two wives. And I think he's close to 50, never been married. He has baby mamas. Like, dude. So I think Umar's kind of, in a way, quote unquote, clout chasing in a way, because he's been talking about, you remember he used to kind of say he didn't worry about what going on YouTube. Now he's talking about Derek Jackson and now Kevin Samuel. So it's interesting.
Because what you got to understand is, see, folk ain't checking for him like that nowadays. They ain't donating to him like they used to. So he's got to do anything he can to stay relevant.
Yeah, I think when Lennon Honor did the shockumentary, it really it had a big impact on how people view Dr. Umar. It really affected how people view him. So that shockumentary was eye-opening. What's up, Black Woman Sisterhood? Yeah, he is clout chasing. And like, did you see him on The Breakfast Club recently?
I did and I didn't. I knew he was on there, but I didn't care to watch.
Okay, I did watch it. Maybe I'll review that and do my reaction to it. But I'm assuming he must be friends with Charlemagne the God, because I don't understand. Like, if you look at the Breakfast Club YouTube channel, the views, like that video got so many views. I don't know if it's because Dr. Umar is kind of like this meme now, because even my daughter, who's in high school, knows about Dr. Umar. Not for me, but like on Twitter, I don't know, like they have this no context Dr. Umar, all these white people on TikTok making fun of him. So like Umar has he has notoriety. I'm just curious, is he able to take how people see him and get donations off of that? That's what I'm wondering. So Black Woman Sisterhood says she don't watch that clown. He is a mess. He is a mess. But Charlemagne the God, take him seriously, had him on the show. I know Angela wasn't there, so I don't think Angela rocks with Umar like that. But millions of people watched that podcast with him being on The Breakfast Club. Yeah, he's been on there 5 times. And he always will ask for donations. And I think the other day he said he's been getting a lot of donations since being on there. So it's very interesting to see. It really is. Like, this is my TV. I think Dr. Umar, he's hilarious.
So yeah,
go ahead, sir.
Yeah, but funny you mentioned Angela Yee too, because I think she stopped going on there when he started talking shit about Asians. That one time he was up there.
Oh wow. Yeah, Umar don't like nobody. He always going in on somebody. Did you see when that smoke guy went up there to the school?
No, I didn't see when he went up there, but I did see when Coon Grain and I forget who. Oh yeah, Nappy Yankee went up there.
Coon Grain been up there recently?
No, I don't know about recently, but I remember he went up there that one time and did a whole skit up there.
Oh yeah. Coon Grain, that motherfucker. But yeah, I know this guy, the channel called The Smoke Guy. All he do is smoke on a purple light. Well, he went up there and Dr. Umar was actually at the school. He was actually there. So that was funny. And Umar basically told him, "You a hater, YouTube hater." So that was funny. The guy act like he was just starstruck to see Dr. Umar.
I'm like, I didn't know. Oh, what you about to say?
No, you go ahead.
I'm saying he said Star Trek. I'm like, that nigga that famous.
Yeah, you should have saw how he was acting. He just looked like he was in love or something. Talking about he drove really far. But I guess Coon Grain set a precedent with going to the school. That dude. Okay, so I'm gonna keep playing it, and then we'll see what else.
Sexual is our root chakra is out of control. We have to get our root chakras under control if we really want to serve the Black sisterhood. I'm going to say it again. We got to get our root chakras under control so that we can be of better use to our women. Because every Black woman needs a man that she can depend on for emotional support that doesn't lead to sexual abuse. And I'm using sexual abuse in the general sense, not having sexually raped or anything, but having sex with a woman who really don't need sex can be a form of sex abuse. Having sex with a woman who really don't need sex, who's looking for love, that can be considered a form of sexual abuse, brothers and sisters. And so Black have to get our root chakras under control. So when sisters come to us, we can say to ourselves, not to her, this is Sean goes stick. Until you can say, Dr. Umar, I know some women who are beautiful and got a lot going for them. But because I know I don't really mean them no good, or because I know they really looking for a husband right now and not just a friend, or because I'm
gonna pause for a moment just to see what y'all talking about. Yeah, I don't know when that school's supposed to open. Mama, oh y'all about to call Kevin Samuels tonight. Yeah, she be waiting on Umar and he just ain't coming through. She need a high value man. She showed, Mama Oya, the reason why we saw how his house looked. Hi, Riza. Welcome. Sorry about that. I hope you all can hear me okay now. But yeah, that's crazy. He said men need to be able to not stick there, some kind of stick in women, but look, I just feel like in some ways that he's being a hypocrite. And how can he criticize Kevin Samuels when maybe he doesn't use his platform to tell women they average at best and die alone, but he says some rude things like the rotten cookies, thoughtish personality disorder. I'm like, you're a psychologist, so why would you say that the reason why women call Kevin Samuels is for male validation, not thinking about their trauma or things like that? Like, you're supposed to be a professional. So I find that to be very interesting. Hey, what's up? So let's continue to see what Dr. Umar has to say. You're welcome to come back, just chilling, or I think I pinned the link if anyone wants to come up and discuss.
No, I have enough women on my rotation as it is. Because I know I have enough queens in my queendom,
What's up?
Although I would love to experience.
What's up, just chilling?
Yeah, I had to get on my phone because my screen froze.
Oh no. Okay, so I'll continue to play, and just whenever you have a thought you want to talk about,
Sister,
jump in.
Right, for sure.
I'm going to be a real alpha male today. I'm going to be a real alpha male today, and I am not going to let that sister walk into a trap where she's looking for masculine validation but ends up getting taken advantage of by another male. I'm going to let her know, sister, I'm not going to sleep with you. You're beautiful, you're drop dead gorgeous, but I know you're looking for more. And because I know you're looking for more, I'm never going to touch you. I'm going to be the man you can come to when you need to have a conversation about other men. I'm going to be the man you can come to and get a hug, a real tight hug, and it not lead to nothing else. Black men, part of being masculine is being able to turn that root chakra down, turn down that root chakra energy, and just be a brother to a sister. In order to be an alpha male, in my definition, Part of being an alpha male, part of being an alpha male is being emotionally available to Black women in need of positive masculinity without it leading to a sexual escapade. Part of being an alpha male, in my definition, part of being an alpha male, in my definition, is being
like K Business Podcast just said, Umar is a womanizer. He hit it and quit it all the time, pump and dump. He's one of those type. He's one of those type of guys. So for him to be saying this stuff is comical.
Yeah, that's why. Because I was about to say, who the fuck he think he trying to play?
Right. Like we don't know his past. So even that, did you watch? I didn't see it, but it's a lady named Della Krim or something on YouTube, and she talked about she had a romantic fling with Umar. No telling who else hasn't, went publicly with it. It's another lady. Someone told me about. I don't know if he told everyone. But another lady. So all over, like Umar says, he gets cooked all over the world. So.
And that's another thing too. Yeah, because he talking all that shit, but yet, but damn near every live stream, if not every live stream, he's talking about crushing cookies.
Right, that's all he talking about. Like I crush cookies. When he was talking about Derek Jackson, like I crush cookies all over the world. I never, basically saying he I guess it's easy for him to get cookies, basically. And then he said consciousness over coochie, politics over Pune, something like that.
And if I recall correctly, it's not that I guess he can get it anytime he wants if he paying for it.
You think he paying for it?
Oh, I know he paying for it.
Really? Wow. That's interesting. I don't know.
So that's been proven.
Oh, really?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, how you think he got the conscious stripper?
Oh, that's right. That's right. I saw the text messages the other day. He was like, I want to crush your cookies. And he was like, I forgot who video was I looking at. It was someone's video, but it was a lady named Conscious Ringleader, Concealed Ringleader or something. But she actually had the pictures of the text messages between him and the Kim, I think that's her name, the conscious lady. And he was just talking about, I guess he made her, but he was doing a lot. He seems very corny. I don't know what's up with some of these dudes, but let's see what else he's doing with this. I'm going to continue the video.
Emotionally available to a woman without allowing the relationship to descend into an empty sexual escapade. That's where we got to get, Black men. America has made us too hypersexual. America has made us too hypersexual. America has made us as Black men, all men, but I'm talking to my brothers. America has made us hypersexual. And ever since slavery, 400 years, the Black man has been trained to sexually objectify the Black woman. For 400 years, the Black man has been trained by the slave master to sexually objectify the Black woman's body and the Black woman herself. For some of us, the Black woman is nothing more than an object of sexual satisfaction. For many of us, the Black woman is nothing more than an object of sexual satisfaction that comes from the slave empire. That is part of post-traumatic slavery disease. If you are a Black man and the main worth of a woman to you is her sexual abilities, then you suffer from post-traumatic slavery disease. Now, don't get me wrong. Black women are gorgeous. I love 5'5" thick in the thighs. I love a curvy, conscious, nappy-headed, intelligent, can throw down in the kitchen Black woman. Oh, yes, I love a beautiful Black woman. Oh, yes, I do. Oh, yes, I do. I am a man with the urges and instincts of any other African man. But at the same time, the God in me, the deity in me, the divine in me dictates that I control that root chakra and control those natural urges towards reproduction when I see a sister who needs more than that.
Okay, but then he said he just crushed cookies
And
all
a
over the
true
world.
alpha male,
He told us a few weeks ago he crushed cookies all over the world, but he's not married. So what is it? When he was lying about being celibate, y'all remember that? He was lying about being celibate. Then we found out he was with this country stripper. Like, this guy is such a clown.
And no,
You go ahead.
oh yeah, and notice he just talked in circles too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he just said that we should get our mind off sex and all that shit, but then he turns around and says he loves them five thick of the thighs.
Right. That's a good point right there. He always talking about five thick in the thighs, nappy head, and pina colada, and all the different flavors he has.
Oh no,
Else.
I guess according to his logic, he got that post-slavery whatever he just said.
Oh yeah, post-traumatic. Some shit he made up. Post-traumatic. Post-traumatic slavery disorder, I think.
Something like that. I don't know.
He's a funny guy. Like that, I would give it to him. This guy's a funny guy. I remember Lennon Honor, he made a cookie crushing index of all the different flavors of women. Umar talked about like pina colada, fudge, chocolate, all the lemon. I think
African lemonade, yeah.
African lemonade. I think Umar projects a lot, like he's really talking to himself when he be going on these rants.
Well, if you look at it from another perspective, he do love to hear himself talk. So
he does. He's a true narc. He's definitely a narcissist. I think Kevin Samuels is one. I really
he
do.
most definitely hear himself talk.
Just be talking and talking. It's some interesting people online. That I would say, I'm gonna play the video because we're almost done with it.
A true alpha male can say, you know what? Not this time. Not this time, not under these circumstances. I'm going to be a source of masculine support for this black woman, no matter how beautiful and single she is, and I'm not going to let it turn into a useless sexual escapade where she goes home feeling used and abused. I'm not talking about a sister who is only interested in having a friend. That's different. If a sister just wants a friend and she's cool with that, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about sisters who are thirsty for a husband, thirsty for a meaningful relationship, thirsty for a long-term relationship, and you are not the one to give it to her. Can you just stand by her as a brother? Can you be the shoulder she needs to cry on once in a while? Can you be the brother that gives her to the hug once in a while? See, the reason why some of the coons in the chat, the reason why some of the beta males in the chat can't understand, overstand, or understand what I'm talking about. The reason why some of you beta males in the chat can't understand, overstand, and understand what I'm talking about is you have been mentored by beta males who have positioned a black woman as their enemy. You have been mentored by beta males who have raised you to believe the black woman is your problem. I had a beta male say earlier, Dr. Umar, black women been in charge of the black community for 60 years. No, she hasn't. The white man, has been in charge of the black community for 400 years. The black woman is only a manager of the black community. And the only reason why she is a manager of the black community is because the war against black men, which is waged by the white man, is sending us to the prison and to the cemetery. So the black woman had to step in and assume that role. The black woman don't want to be the damn alpha male in your house. The black woman don't want to be going crazy raising your children. The black woman don't want to be crazy teaching her.
Do you think he's just pandering to women, trying to get some donations?
That's exactly what I think. Yeah, because one thing about it though, it never fails. He's going somewhere down the line, probably at the end of this video, he gonna say, "Run them donations."
Yep, and he's been outside of school a lot more frequently lately.
And you notice he just talked in circles again too.
What point?
Nah, because he go. No, so he says that beta males is in his chat box talking about black women running shit and this, that, and the third, but then he just said that that black women been running shit here. They had to step up and be a beta, be an alpha male, some shit like that.
Well, yep, that's a good point. You're very observant, just chilling. You be reading this dude because he is something else. And you see, RZA says Cookie Monster on full patrol. That's okay. I'm gonna start the video back.
Her daughter,
I'm gonna say something else.
Dating and pregnancy and birth control.
Okay, go ahead.
And then I wanted to say something else before you start the video again. Then notice another thing he said too. Now he's supposed to be the prince of Pan-Africanism, but yet he just said the white man's been running the black community for years.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Notice how contradictory that is.
Mm-hmm. He's definitely just a walking contradiction. That's why I'm surprised he even would speak on Kevin Samuels, because I mean, I know some people may feel a way about women stripping, but that doesn't mean that sister deserved to be treated like he treated her. And I saw in the text exchange, she's like, I'm tired of us going to hotels. And he really was trying to not address the issue, but he was treating her like she was nothing, and she was supporting, donating to his cause.
Yeah, so basically, but if you want to make a long story short, though, Big Funky knew what he signed up for.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's true. Big Funky. I always laugh when people say that. His hairline is going down the slide or something. It's a little slanted. It's interesting. Okay, so let's see what else he's spewing out.
And STDs, do you really think the black woman wouldn't rather be doing something else? Do you really think she want to be working 2 and 3 jobs to get the bills paid because your ass is locked up or dead? And I'm not blaming you, black man. It's a war on us. But what I'm telling you, stop making the black woman the scapegoat for the white man. And if you feel that you have to make the black woman the scapegoat for the white man, then why don't you just be honest and say, listen, I'm scared of my oppressor. I'm scared of the white man. I don't want to challenge him. I don't want to fight him. I'm scared of my oppressor, so I'm just going to blame my sister. I'm scared of the white man, so I'm just going to blame the black woman. That's the truth. Tell the truth. You scared of the white man, so you're just going to blame the black woman. Can we tell the truth? Can we tell the truth? Because that's all you beta males are doing, trying to make the black woman the scapegoat for what the white man has done to you.
Welcome, Mr. Research. You can speak if you want to talk about Umar, Kevin Samuels. Okay, I'll just go back, play the video. Let me know when you want to make your point.
Black woman does not control the school system. The black woman does not control the criminal justice system. The black woman does not control the legal system. She does not control the economy. Just tell the truth. You have been mentored by beta males who have made the black woman the scapegoat for what the white man has done to you because you are afraid to challenge your oppressor. That's why when the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy is open, there will be code of conduct on this campus. There will be a code of conduct at the Frederick Douglass High School. There will be a code of conduct at the Marcus Garvey Elementary School. There will be a code of conduct at the Nat Turner and Jean-Jacques Dessalines Gymnasium. Black power. Yes, sir. Shout out to Wilmington, Delaware for standing by the Prince. And black woman, I want all my black women to know something right now. I am not condoning your bullshit.
Uh-oh.
My beautiful African queens, I'm talking to you right now. I'm not condoning your bullshit because some black women are on some bullshit. Some of you play keep away with the kids. Some of you take good men and child support who was already taking care of their kids. Some of you will bring good brothers into your life and you use them as an emotional crutch just to get your baby daddy or ex-husband to pay attention to you. I am not condoning the bullshit of black women. I am not saying that the black woman does not have faults, because the black woman has faults just like the black man has faults. But I am concerned about the example that black men are sending to young black boys right now in this country. I am concerned about the message that black men are sending to young black boys in this country when a 16-year-old girl gets 4 shots to her heart. When a 16-year-old girl gets 4 shots to her heart in Columbus, Ohio, and a whole bunch of weak-ass, no backbone having beta males will get on the internet and defend a white policeman. Will defend a white policeman.
I'll pause there. What do you all think about what he said so far?
So let me say this. You know, a lot of people don't consider that, you know, back in the 80s when black boys was trying to get jobs, and the black uncle and the black father used to say, I got mine, you need to get yours. But he would go and help some strange woman get the same job the nephew or son just asked for. Back in the days when people was calling each other queens and kings, it was a beautiful experience. You know, just after James Brown came with Say It Loud, Black and I'm Proud, we was all little kids and we saw the afros and the love. And when white police used to mess with me, it used to be brothers with afros running across the street, leave that young brother alone, and all that type of stuff. And then some way, somehow, when the brothers needed help economically, there was nobody saying, hey, we need more black men at this job. There was nobody saying, hey, we need to see more brothers in management. What happened to those 2 brothers that applied last month? Why didn't they get, they didn't interview right? Well, you should have said that the last 4 times you done said a brother ain't interviewed right. See, where were these people? And when ladies start getting all this stuff, because the white man said, well, she's a woman, I can control her and still get this affirmative action thing. So, at least I ain't got to deal with no cock strong and mental brother up in here. Now you've created the type of dude that can get it how he can. Now you've created the type of dude that hides out in delivery trucks, laptops, shady situations. And now that dude is getting teased on Oprah, Ricky Lake. He's been talked about. You can go look back in the 90s. You ain't see no brothers get up there and talk bad about sisters. You can't even find it. The very first diss song on rap, I love how people bring up rap. The very first diss song, long before NWA and Too Short, was by Roxanne Shante. Brothers ain't shit. Where were all these people saying, you know what? Don't do that. It's going to create a problem. But now, since 2000, 2001, through the power of the 1995 internet, now these
are you there?
dudes are finally responding back. My question is, where was all this energy when these dudes was constantly getting attacked, getting blocked from jobs by their black people, and now that they have found their way and unfortunately found their voice, now it's a problem.
That's interesting. You want to speak on that, just chilling?
Well, I guess I could say,
Say again.
yo, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we hear you.
All right, cool. Well, I guess for me to, I guess to an extent, I can relate to what he's saying
Hmm.
because I remember when I was in college. When I was in college, I was trying to find a job, and then after I couldn't find a job, I decided to go into business for myself,
Okay.
and so far that's been working. That's been working for me.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, Mr.
But
Research, what generation are you from? Are you was it Gen X? Because some of the things you talked about, I don't know. It's nothing wrong with people speaking their opinion, but we're just critiquing how he does things. I think we all have a right to do so. And I didn't say it, but fair use. Fair use. So we just critiquing. And I guess Umar doesn't like how Kevin Samuels conducts himself. So that's that. But I'm going to continue the video. We're almost done with him.
Shot 4 bullets into the stomach of a 16-year-old black girl. I cannot condone that. No damn beta males. All these young brothers out here claiming to be masculine. All these young brothers out here claiming to be masculine, and all you doing is attacking women. I'm seeing entire threads on social network of black men talking about everything wrong with black women. That's not how we act, brother. White people are watching this shit. White people are watching this. They are watching you attack your sister on a public platform. Do you really think if a black cop put 4 bullets in a 16-year-old white girl holding a knife, do you think any white man would be defending a black cop? Let me ask you again. If a black cop put 6 bullets in a white girl holding a knife, if a black cop put 4 bullets in a white girl holding a knife, if a black cop put 4 bullets into the heart of a white girl holding the knife, do you think any white man would be on social media defending the black cop who murdered the 16-year-old white girl? What's wrong with us? That's why at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, we're going to have a code. We're going to have a code. When you walk on this campus, every black woman will be at peace on this campus. If a black man says the wrong thing to you, he disrespects you. If he does anything inappropriate, you will be able to tell one of the brothers or sisters, and their name will be added to the book of Negroes, and they will be banned. If you do not respect black women, do not come to the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy for any community events. If you do not respect the black woman, do not ever come to the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy for any community events, because you will be banned and your name will be added to the book of Negroes. When you show up, we need to see your driver's license or state issued ID. I'm letting y'all know now. Don't come to this school for an event pulling out some fake hotel identification card. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. State issued ID. My Moorish brothers, I love you, but you better have a state issued ID or you're not coming in. I want to see the real name, the name you was born with, the name your paycheck has on it. That's what I want to see. Or you're not coming in here. I want to know who everybody is and where they live. That's right.
He be looking.
I want to know who everybody is and where they live, brothers and sisters. That's what I want. Black man, if I'm going to hold you accountable, I got to hold the black woman accountable. Black man, if I'm a... So, brothers, if I'm gonna hold you accountable, I gotta hold the sisters accountable. Black women, don't disrespect no black men on this campus. Black woman, don't disrespect no black man on this campus, or you will be added to the book of Negroes and you will be banned from the campus. How we doing? I can't complain. But that's all for right now. It's the Prince of Pan-Africanism. I'm signing out. Peace and Black Power.
Okay, so that was his little rant on Kevin Samuels. What's up, UK Kev? Always about a paycheck. Yeah, the brother that got on missing research, I wasn't really sure how to respond to that because to me it just, I don't think what he said really related to the topic, so that kind of threw me.
I ain't gonna lie, I got lost. Oh, my bad.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
I ain't gonna lie, I got lost my dance up when I heard her draw. I'm like, what the fuck did this have to do with Big Funky?
Right. Like, oh boy, I'm gonna find the video where Kevin Samuels is making fun of him. I think it's just a short clip.
Oh yeah, so while you look for that, I'm gonna say this. You notice that that nigga was talking in circles again.
What point was that?
All right, so where of course there's at least more than one, but I'm a touch on this in particular. All right, he's talking about how black men is degrading black women on a public platform. About ain't that what he been doing for years?
Right, that's true. Then he called the country stripper maggot, didn't he?
Yeah, and a homicidal whore, I think too.
Oh damn! Wow.
But yeah, but then there was another point to where he was supposed to be pro-black, but then he's talking that pro-white shit, especially when it came to Micaiah, was that guy back in Ohio that got killed not too long ago.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate situation right there. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, man. My condolences to her family.
Yeah, it's so sad to see people, dying at the hands of law enforcement. I don't know what to say about that one though. I don't know. I'll leave that alone. All right, so I did find the video, so I'm gonna show y'all. This is the video where Kevin was making fun of Dr. Umar.
Dr. Umar Johnson, the man who has 2 children by 2 different women that he never married. Dr. Umar Johnson, the guy that for the last 10 years has not built brick one of a school he's collected money from. Dr. Umar, hold on, ma'am. Dr. Umar Johnson, the man who calls you queen, mother, goddess, and all this other kind of stuff. And again, for those who are keeping score, this is another woman who comes on and says, talk to us more like Umar. The Prince of Pan-Africanism. Big Papa's in the house. Run my donations. I mean, shout out to Umar. I got no problem with the dude, but I think it's funny y'all keep coming over here asking everybody to talk like Umar. Queen Mother God and Cocoa Butter and Sea Moss Gold and shit.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
Okay, so yeah, that was a clip of Kevin Samuel mocking Dr. Umar Johnson.
Oh, that'll never get old.
Right. Yep, so I think, I find Dr. Umar, he seems kind of hypocritical with him judging Kevin for talking negatively to Black women. So.
Yeah, cause that's all I picked up. Just nothing but contradictions and hypocritical shit.
Yep. Yep, that's all he does. And even with the Breakfast Club interview, he was over talking Charlemagne and Envy. I think they mentioned in school a little, but that's all he does. He's a contradiction. Like, I know in theory it sounds awesome. Like, it'd be cool if he actually opens this school, but he just seems like he just a lot of talk and not much action.
Yeah, and that's another thing. See, I'm glad you mentioned all talk and no action, because I knew it was another point I wanted to touch on as far as some talking in circles. Now,
Mhm.
yeah, because notice he said that black men is scared of the white man, so they take it out on the black woman. But yeah, he straight up bowed down to the white man when he went to court that one day.
That's true. That is true.
Then another time too, again, we scared of the white man, but yet he was on one of them videos talking about kill white cops and shit. Take that damn weapon and blow white cops' brains out, some shit like that.
I
But
remember that.
yet, right, but when they jumped on him, yeah, and that did his audio correction or remix of some shit like that. He basically bitched up.
I remember that when he said that. I'm like, dude, that wasn't no audio manipulation. That wasn't no audio manipulation. So to me, you would think with like, people like Lennon Honor that are kind of stay on Umar as far as, following him and what he's doing and not doing. You would think that would kind of make Umar be like, let me prove these people wrong. But he's just a laughing stock. And it seems like you're very familiar with the Umar sector. What do you think about like everything that's even transpired in the last few months? I know, man, this sector, Umar sector looks so different with everything that's happened. Like, it just seems like it's so much infighting. Like, it's a lot going on, and it seems like they don't even really talk about Umar much anymore. They just kind of fight with each other.
Yeah, so I noticed. Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie though, because I pretty much distance myself from the sector a long time ago.
Really?
Yeah, so the only thing I could give you as far as yeah, all the infight and everything else going on is I can only go off what I'm hearing
Okay. What made you distance yourself from it?
because I realized it wasn't benefit me to stay in the fight, so I just decided to get out the fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely get it. It's sad to see what it's like their focus is not even on him anymore, which he's probably glad. But I think some people probably, because Umar is an interesting guy, he's interesting to talk about. I think some of the things he says is interesting to discuss, but I wonder, I don't know, some content creators' motivation for it. But Umar, again, he's kind of being a hypocrite. And I think in a way with Kevin Samuels, though, he's getting a lot of karma that he deserves. Because I know Tommy Sotomayor has been on his butt for the past few weeks. Then this high school, did you see his high school photo?
Now I ain't see that yet, but I remember seeing his mug shot that one time.
I'll find the high school photo for you, but that came out and people just been dragging him about that. So um, he's just kind of getting it. I don't know if it's because he's popular or whatever. Because I don't like the guy, Mr. Research, that was on the panel. I don't know if he's trying to imply that people not giving men, I guess what's the word I'm looking for? A platform to speak or whatever. Like I personally, honestly, I don't watch Kevin because he is toxic. I used to watch him, but I try to not watch people like that because I'm not gonna listen to you just drag me. But since Umar touched
Right,
on it, to speak on it because to hear his perspective, but I would never just go watch him.
right, because I could tell you. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Yeah, because I can tell you as a man myself, I refuse to
Mhm.
watch any nigga that asks another nigga if he got a big dick.
Yeah, that was crazy when he asked that dude that, and I made a video about it, and men were in my comments basically they were taking up for Kevin. I'm like, how can you? What does him having a big D have to do with anything?
The only thing I'm gonna say about that is that to me that just says more about them than it does about Sweetums.
They always caping for him. I get comments every day from people, men caping for him. It's normally the men taking up for him, and then the women will be like, I can't believe this guy. So O'Shea did a video. I'ma just kind of share my screen so you can see the photo, because I don't want to click on O'Shea, but you can get an idea. That's his high school photo right there. So people are laughing at him about that. But like, at least he looks happy. He looked like he was in good spirits back
Oh, I
then.
see over here.
Now he's always grumpy all the time. Mean mugging.
Yeah, who knows what happened between then and now?
Right. So I know, like, he was saying that women should allow high value men to cheat, and I was like, they're kind of like Umar, because Umar says high value. Well, he calls it what, alpha male. Alpha male should have 2 wives. He said any woman that's going to be with him, he's going to have 2 wives. So that's that.
And speaking of that, oh yeah, and speaking of him, and by his logic, he a beta male.
Why do you say that?
Not attention to everything he's saying.
Oh, yeah. He just.
Yeah, because.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Nah, because it goes back to what I said earlier about him talking in circles.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then he was talking about how beta males doing this, beta males doing that. But yeah, for what I'm seeing, he's doing the same beta male shit.
Right. And like UK Kev says, they both promote broken homes. They do. I mean, with the 2 wives, I mean, you cannot legally get married. 2 people in this country. I know probably spiritually you can, but who's gonna? I mean, I don't understand what would it benefit 2 women to be married to him? He's like, you're gonna represent FDMG, so you can't have blonde hair. When he was dealing with a woman with blonde hair, and it's ridiculous.
And another thing that's got me wondering too, yeah, because I ain't gonna set it in stone, but when he said something about having about the mother sending their kids to him and the kids never going back.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, that's that same video where he was talking about trifling ass black people.
Oh yeah.
And notice he was pretty much talking that shit again on the Breakfast Club when he said the only reason the school ain't open is because black people ain't helping them.
That's right. He said something, because I took some notes. He was like, the school would be open in 3 weeks if black people would give the money for the HVAC and stuff. I'm like, no, the way that school look, I know that thing would not be open in 3 weeks. Like, please stop lying. He lies so much.
If at all, especially since that bando's supposed to be getting ready to be demolished anyway.
Really?
Oh hell yeah!
Oh wow, I did not know.
Especially since I got family in that area anyway, so they keep me up on every so often about what's going on down there.
Oh wow, you have family in Wilmington?
In Wilmington, Delaware, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so of course, Big Funk ain't gonna make that announcement, but that's what I know what's going on.
Wow, that changes the thing. Well, he was just on the Breakfast Club. Let me pull that video. I think that video it might be close to 3 million views right now. So just imagine how many donations he's gotten off of that. And if that gets demolished, OMG. Yeah, it's up to 2.9 million views. It's just a week old. Wow. That's why people think he's a scammer, because he's just not transparent. He just
and now,
you go ahead.
Yeah, and not only that, it's been proven time and time again that he's been running scams.
That's crazy. I'm gonna share my screen so you can see. This is the right channel. Just like if he, let me find it.
And then notice too, unless you Google it yourself, at least yeah, the name what the bando used to be called. You notice he never gives out the address.
Yeah, he doesn't. I know at one point somebody showed that it was considered to be a money transfer service.
Oh yeah, now you know you whack at life now if Google gonna play you like that.
I'm like, well, yeah, technically they're right. But if you look at the few videos, the most recent videos the Breakfast Club has posted, like his interview is a week old. It's already at 3 million views. Look at when like Swiss Beats 100,000. Like he made, I guess he has such people like to watch him or whatever. That's 3 million views. You know that that's probably new people being introduced to him, new people donating. So that's crazy if that building is about to be demolished. And he was just up on the Breakfast Club begging for donations.
Yeah. So yeah, that alone lets you know that whole thing is scam.
Wow, that's crazy. So
Well, I also do know too that yeah, the city yeah, I think it's either the city or one of them government folk in Wilmington or Delaware somewhere. Yeah, they've
mhm.
already considered that building condemned.
Oh damn. Wow.
Or is or is it vacant? Well, yeah, condemned, vacant. Yeah, so they already said it was either one of them two or both.
I know I think it was Lennon Honor. They were talking about the taxes, like the tax bill just keep increasing. And I'm like, man, he owes so much money on the school. I mean, I get that's his vision to open the school. And I know no one's perfect. Like I never opened a school before, so I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but it just seems like he just not, like he working backwards or something.
Well, I could tell you that Q Butter, he a perfect. He could probably tell you better how to run a school since he owns one.
Oh yeah, that's true. And like Q Butter, and I remember when he was on the Lord Jamar podcast, he was telling him that I think his father-in-law is somebody, and Umar was so mad on that podcast. He was mad the whole night. So to me, that's why I just think I'm not like a therapist, psychiatrist, but to me, it just seems like something mentally wrong with this man. Like he's not open to criticism. He's not open to people helping. He was on the Breakfast Club saying that no one tried to offer free labor with the HVAC when we know that's a lie because we saw emails of people saying they offered their services and he never responded. So
See, I think what ran him off though was when they told him he had to cop the materials, and you know he wasn't trying to spend no money on that.
yeah, like he has no skin in the game. Like it says, all donations. But like, I mean, I don't hate him or anything. Like I find him an interesting human. I would like to see him be successful with this, but I think in theory it sounds good, but I don't think he's really thought this through. It doesn't sound like he's maybe consulting people that have experience with this. It doesn't seem like. But I
But
think that's all I have. What were you gonna say?
yeah, it's also worth mentioning too that his tax of liens or delinquencies or whatever, they go all the way back to before he even announced that he was opening the school.
Oh, so you mean like personal tax, or is it on the building?
Now the building, I think the building was recent. Though. I think that's yeah, it just piled up. Then, but as far as personal taxes, yeah,
Mhm.
his personal tax liens go all the way back to like '09 or 2010 or something.
Oh wow. Wow. So Umar said he ain't paying nobody. That's interesting.
So that's why I say so. He never intended to open up a school.
Wow. And then like anti-Afro be staying on him with the child support. She's so funny to me. Yeah, she stays on him saying he doesn't pay child support. I know it's a clip of him saying he can't see his daughter or something.
Oh yeah, I forget. Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, because I forgot about that. There is a clip somewhere where he was crying about and he can't see his daughter unless it's on his her grandma's couch or something.
Mm-hmm.
So that alone tells me a lot about his situation because I've known kids that been in that situation where where every time they see their parents or whatever now they got to be supervised.
Oh wow.
So that tells me right then and there. Yeah, so that tells me right then there's something happened between at that point and whenever.
Yeah, definitely. So it's also interesting. You notice how he always blames someone else. It's always someone else's fault. Everything is always someone else's fault with him.
Right, that's another thing too. Yeah, because again he was at the bed though talking about blaming the white man and all that stuff, but yet that's what he do.
Right. That's all he does. So that's why I was like, he has really no room to really criticize Kevin Samuels because he's not that much different from that dude. And the way he
Not
treats
at all.
is not right. If he doesn't want to be married, that's fine. But talking about he getting cookies all over the world, those things are like, wow, this dude is a hypocrite.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So something else I want to say about him, but the Breakfast Club is really hurting people in a way then, because if let's say if he doesn't have any intention of opening school, he's just getting money. I just wonder, like, how long he gonna be able to do this? You go ahead.
Yeah, because if anything, it makes them look bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he almost comes off as like a charlatan because his actions and words don't align at all. He just all talk, like he says the right things, but he needs to open his school. He needs to open the school.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. It'd be nice if he can do that, but as of right now, it ain't looking like it.
Oh, let's see. We got a troll, a ghetto gagger, your mama. Like your mama. Your thing probably is sour, loser. Should I send him coon grade and say, send you to troll heaven?
Hey, probably the best thing for
him. Nobody's worried about it. That's crazy. But yeah, Umar is interesting indeed. I think I'm going to close out because I feel like I lost my train of thought. I want to say something else, but I cannot remember. Do you have any last words on this?
Well, yeah, the best thing I could say is, too much hypocrisy and contradictions when it comes to folk like him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I guess you're gonna, but to drive it to a further point, you can't really take what's being said on here to the head because, again, folk like him just talk just to hear themselves talk.
Yep, absolutely. That's all he does. It's like in his mind, it's like he has this big, vivid imagination. That's why I say I feel like he's not stable mentally, that he's unhealthy mentally. Even just, looking at his house when that camera flipped, that told us a lot when we saw how he was living. But he get up here and tell us how we need to live. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying my thing is.
Oh, yeah, he's telling us what we need to do, telling us we can't have grits, we can't wear Jordans, we can't buy this and that. But he be wearing he wears Nike, and I don't know if he wears Jordans, but he wears Nike.
And if I recall correctly, there's been plenty of times too plenty of videos he done did where he's rocking polo hoodies too.
Yep.
So that go back to what I just said about you can't take what's being said here to the head.
Yeah. But a lot of people, I think they don't do their homework on him. So it's unfortunate, they believe. And I think at this point, he needs to just do some more. Because at this point, to me, it looks, I could see why people call him a scam. I think that's unfortunate, but he's not really delivering on. He keeps increasing the date. And then, of course, with COVID, a lot of children are operating in a virtual environment. So it's like mama or y'all, whoever is not even on his side with this school.
Right. And you know what, too? Since keep my Mr. Research was here. I know that,
Oh, you're breaking up. What'd you say?
How, yeah, you notice how a lot, keep my Mr. Research was here earlier. You notice how a lot of the MGTOWs be crying about Pookie and Ray Ray. Yeah, well, there's a reason why Black people look up to them and not somebody like Big Funky, because at least Pookie and Ray Ray offer solutions, even if they might not be the best solutions. But yeah, while folk like Big Funky and them love to sell dreams.
That's true. That's a good point. That is a good point. So, Mr. Research, he lost me. I was like, what?
Yeah, I don't pay these MGTOWs no mind unless I can laugh at them.
It's like, how do you come onto the show? Like, he saw the title. I don't think he's going to talk about the topic, and he's just talking about some Shahrzad Ali, back in the Sally Jesse. I know those their favorite talking points. Shahrzad Ali, Black women's getting on Sally Jesse Raphael. Like, I was in elementary school. That wasn't me, and my mother didn't think like that. So.
Yeah, I was trying not to go to sleep when he was talking.
Yeah, I was like, what? I didn't want to be rude to the dude, but like, what are you talking about? So I don't know, but we'll see. Like I said, in theory, I think it would be nice to see him open this school. I think it's a cool dream, but it's so grandiose, it's so big that I think I'll just put it this way. I think Umar Johnson is his worst enemy, really. He's his own worst enemy.
Best way to put it.
All right. Well, I'm going to sign out. I do thank you for joining the panel tonight. I definitely appreciate it.
Likewise.
Thanks. And I thank everybody for stopping by, even Sour Dick, UK Kev, RZA, Virtuous Woman, K Business, Black Woman Sisterhood, Just Chilling. Let's see who else. Queen of the South. Who's someone else I saw up in here? Everyone that stopped by, definitely appreciate it. And if you're watching the replay, be sure to like, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments and thoughts below about this topic. It was another young lady stopped by. What is her channel name? Oh, you're welcome, RZA. Thanks for just supporting and listening. I forgot. The Goldie, yeah, thank you, Goldie Jones, for stopping by. So hopefully we get to do this again. Thank you all for watching. Until the next time later, you guys stay safe. Have a great evening.
Be easy.
Thanks, you too. Peace out, y'all.